Denver's very excited right now, huh? I mean, goodness gracious, Jalen Waddle for nothing?
Like it went from just this panic stricken. Like the only players that we had signed were our own players in free agency. And the Broncos country was just beside themselves. Like, we're not going to participate in free agency. And like, we need a weapon and we haven't addressed anything. And we don't think our players are all that good, although this roster is exceptional. But I will agree with the panic of Broncos country that we needed a weapon. We needed somebody in the offensive passing game to take some pressure off of Bo Nix that Bo Nix can really play with and get excited about. And the thing about Jalen Waddle is he's a guy that can lift the top of coverage. He'll run every route on the route tree. He'll run the in-cutting routes, catch the ball. He can catch it, at 8 yards and take it 80. He's that type of player, and that's what he does. He's a phenomenal football player, a great kid who fits the culture of the Denver Broncos, hard worker, all those things. And I tell you, he's also a guy that's smart, that can play every position. So he can play, hey, if Cortland Sutton's out, he can play the X. If they want to put him at the Z receiver, the strong side receiver, he can play that receiver. He can motion down and play in the slot. So he can do everything. He's an exceptional athlete. And I really think this is the one void the Broncos were really missing that really helps them out in their passing game.
Yeah. I wanted to circle back on this because obviously I've made a bunch of videos covering all this, the Broncos and everything, but I saw Mark was on here, and I figured he'd be talking about Denver. And sure enough, he just did. This is the first time I'm seeing this clip, and it was funny because he was talking about Broncos country and how everybody was freaking out. And it was true. Everyone was losing their minds over what they were going to do, why weren't they doing anything, and then they go out and get Jalen Waddle. But this really just highlights how smart the Broncos have been, because this is a move that so many teams could have made. So many. The New England Patriots could have just done it. They're talking about getting A.J. Brown and all that, who knows? They have to wait for this or that. But they could have done it. The Buffalo Bills could have done it. The Kansas City Chiefs could have done it. Everyone's saying, hey, they need a receiver. The Chiefs could have done it. The Baltimore Ravens could have done it. There are a million teams that could have pulled this off. All teams that are either trying to get over the hump, they're right there, or they're a little bit of whatever. So many other teams could have gotten this done. This isn't one of those deals where you're like, oh my gosh, the Broncos are really going all in and taking a big swing. This is a move you could justify for like 20 different teams right now. And the Broncos did it. And again, they did it in the middle of the night, in the darkness. And that's what great teams do. That's what great teams do. It's what the Rams have done in the past, what the Eagles have done in the past, what the Chiefs have done in the past. All the great teams operate like that. You have no idea what we're about to do. We move in the middle of the night. That's what the Broncos have done. They deserve a tremendous amount of credit for that. I just continue to be so excited by this move. That's why I keep saying it's multiplication, not addition. You all know how much I believe in Bo Nix. But again, this move, I've always called Bo Nix like Josh Allen light. I think there's a lot of similarities. Obviously, I think Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL and is a true absolute monster. But a move like this potentially sets Bo Nix up to become truly settled and truly elevate. Not unlike what we saw with Diggs and Josh Allen. And the beauty is that I'll take Waddle over Diggs any day. I made a video talking about Jalen Waddle's personality and his cultural fit with the Denver Broncos. I watched the interview with him talking to what I believe was a local Denver reporter, and I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved the fit. And like Mark Schlereth said, this team is exceptional. Listen, we know Mark is going to be a bit of a homer. But for the life of me, there's still such a lack of belief in the Denver Broncos, even now with the Waddle trade. They're still third to win the division. That really is because I just think people are not 100% sold on Bo Nix. That's why, to me, this season we either see a version of the Broncos and specifically Bo Nix where his legitimate greatness cannot be denied. Where we are just like, wow. This is something special. Or unfortunately, you get an exact copy-paste of what we saw last year, where you're like, okay, this is good. There's a lot to like here. but things don't quite feel right. This team is good, we're winning, but it's just not quite there. I don't think there's anything in between. I think we either see true elite high levels of greatness where everyone's just like, this cannot be denied. Where I'm coming on here and I'm like, stop acting like Bo Nix is not him. I'm bringing all the energy, all the victory laps. Oh, remember when you were crying about him being drafted? Yeah, what do you say now? I'll be bringing all the obnoxious takes, all the energy. Or it's going to be identical where we're like, you won 10-7 against the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm not quite sure what that was. Because it's either going to unlock everything and we're going to truly see levels of greatness. Again, it's like the 2021 Bills, or the 2023 Ravens. We're either truly seeing Bo Nix MVP, Denver Broncos clearly top 1, top 2 team in the NFL, all that fun stuff. Minimum scenario, you see a situation where it's Sam Darnold-esque, where you're like, whether with the Vikings or the Seahawks, yeah, they're winning and they're having some good moments, but you're still not convinced. To me, I see it more as like, you cannot deny this. If you're denying this, well then you're delusional. Or it's just copy-paste what we saw last year. And if it's copy-paste last year, then that will start to make me uncomfortable. I'll start to be annoyed and frustrated. But I just don't see that. I don't see that, which is why I'm not lying. Every time I make a video like this, my eyes dart down to the corner of my computer and I look at the date and I go, okay. It's March. And then I quickly go, September, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, okay, we're almost there. It's kind of frustrating to be like, I just want to get through spring and summer. But you keep racing through springs and summers, before you know it, you're no spring chicken anymore. So I'm anxious to see what this all looks like because I'm excited at the idea of talking about how great Bo Nix and the Broncos are. Listen, I'm the receipt keeper. I'm the tax man. I'm excited. I just genuinely cannot wait. A move like this, like I said, there are so many other teams that could have done this. There were a lot of teams that could have done something like this that I think makes a massive impact. Heck, take even a team like the Los Angeles Rams. They could have made a move like this. I understand they went defense and all that, but I don't know. Jalen Waddle, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams? I mean, who is stopping that? You are just flush with the ultimate passing attack. I don't care what your defense looks like. You're going to score 50 points a game. Even teams that already have weapons, the Philadelphia Eagles could have flipped A.J. Brown, gotten Jalen, gotten the draft capital back from the A.J. trade, replaced the wide receiver who doesn't want to be there anymore. You could have just made moves like this work for so many different teams. But the Denver Broncos did it. The Denver Broncos did it. So yeah, they deserve a ton of respect for that. I'm excited. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Denver Broncos right now? You know I'm excited. I think now back-to-back weekends I've made multiple videos on both Saturday and Sunday for them. Especially on weekend videos, I try to stretch it out a little bit, try to hit a variety of teams. But there's only so much going on, and it's just like, what do I want to talk about? I already have a Broncos video, should I make another one? And I'm like, yeah. I want to make another Broncos video. So let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get into some discussions. Let's get into some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.